I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Tuesday, August the 29th. The first thing we need to talk about is this horrible, catastrophic disaster in South Texas. We need to pray for those people down there. No, we don't see it much on the TV, but you do see it some on social media. But there's a lot of cattle down in that country, guys, too. It's not just flooding there in Houston, but a lot of those smaller rural communities and in the country between there and Corpus Christi, and there's cattle in there that are in low spots that guys are trying to save and get them hauled out of there and get them to higher ground. And we just got to remember those people, and I hope all of you do. If you get a chance to donate some money to them, do that. But I tell you what, it's really a bad deal down there, and I don't pretend to be a part of it. I'm up here in Texas, but I'm a long ways from there. I'm closer to Kansas City than I am Houston. But it's a big place. But I tell you what, everybody, even the people around here, feel like it's our neighbors, and really praying for those people, especially the cattle people that are struggling to try to keep their cattle alive and keep them out of the water. But we were looking for a bounce here early in the week, and we did see it. So, hey, that was great. Look at the board. The live cattle futures in the October contract was up 145 at 108.37, so that's a pretty nice bounce. Of course, August is getting right here at maturity. It was up a quarter. Your spot market at 106.20 was just about 50 cents off of what the weighted average was for last week's trade. Feeder cattle market for October really saw a bounce, $3.45 higher to end the day on Monday at 146.40. Your August live cattle or feeder cattle futures up $1.05 at 142.42, but all due to the placement figure on Cattle on Feed report. So we died by that figure a month ago when they did the June placements. The analysts totally bombed them, and that really is what put this cattle market in a tailspin. And we've just been trying to find some kind of a footing ever since, and we did find it here because they blew it this time going the other way as they overcorrected to the high side, even though a lot of us fundamental guys tried to tell them, they were going and getting too wild. But maybe they'll figure it out one of these days, or they'll get a whole new bunch that kind of knows how to figure out what the placement is. They pretty much got the inventories and the marketings down, but that placement figure just throws everything for a loop and throws the market on its ear every month when it comes out. A lot of people just wish they wouldn't even fool with it. But we are going to see a little bounce out of it early in the week this week, but I still feel like we're in a down market. But you see the weighted average on last week's fat cattle trade on 75,000 head in the 5-area feeding region is all. So they didn't sell a lot of cattle that much lower, which you can look at it either way. You didn't have a lot of guys give in. Maybe our packers will come in and need to buy some more cattle. They've been running pretty fast change speeds, and they're going to need cattle. But at the same time, are we not getting our cattle marketed, and are we going to lose our currentness? So that remains to be seen. But a fairly light trade on a down market. But you look at live steers. The weighted average price at 106.78 was down $2.90 compared to the weighted average for the previous week. Dress steers weighted average 169.70, down $5.55 compared to the previous week. On your feeder cattle, your real-time index on Beef Market Central based on an 800-pound steer was up 54 cents on Monday compared to the end of last week at 142.51. And you see our markets are quite a bit higher as the trend goes compared to a week ago. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma National Stockyards had a good run, 5,100 head. Feeders were $2 to $5 higher. Calves $4 to $7 higher. And we're probably getting to the point where our Southern Plains markets are going to have better trends, not better price levels quite yet, and not a better market per se, but they're going to have better trends than your Northern Plains markets, because it's just been so wet in the lower Midwest and in the Southern Plains. There's tons of roughage for calves to eat. Guys can get them in. They've got traps full of grass. They can warm those cattle up, waiting on the wheat or whatever they want to do. So any kind of light cattle are going to have good demand in the southern plains. Northern plains has been kind of dry. Their pastures are pretty much depleted. And also you're losing your farmer feeder demand as they're getting ramped up and ready for harvest. So we're probably going to see our southern plains prices get closer to the northern plains, and the trends for the next couple of weeks be better than the northern plains. Joplin Regional Stockyards, 4,200 head. Yearling feeder steers there $2 to $5 higher. Steer calves only steady, and heifers steady to 3 higher straight across. But still pretty decent market there. One thing of note, Joplin will be closed like most all your Monday markets next Monday for Labor Day, but they are having a special video auction this Friday, September 1st. Be right here on DV Auction, or you can go to JoplinStockyards.com. It'll tie you right into DV Auction's auction display, and you can bid right there. You can view the sale there. If you're registered, you can bid right there, or get on the phone and call somebody at the sale barn there in Joplin and bid on those cattle. But they've really got good video sales there at Joplin in the last several years. But you see some individual quotes. A calf quote up in the northern plains, Tri-State Livestock, McCook, Nebraska at 2:45 in the afternoon. At 101 head of steers, weighed 566, bring 177.50. And then about the best yearling market I saw was one of them bluegrass markets out there east in Kentucky at Mount Sterling, Kentucky. At 9 o'clock in the morning, they had 65 head of steers, weighed 843 at 148 1/4. That's your feeder flash for Tuesday.